The Gardener's Oath. We have walked a long path together. We began by seeing the mechanisms that shaped our lives, the fine print, the debt cycles, the pedestals of power. We learned to recognize the machinery of control. Then, we began our work. We started unborrowing our futures. We tore down the psychological structures that kept us looking up to others and down on ourselves. We connected, forming a mycelial network of mutual support beneath the surface of the old world. Now we arrive at our final task, not a task of destruction, but of profound commitment, not a battle cry, but a solemn vow. This is where we take the gardener's oath. An oath is different from a plan or a strategy. A plan can change. A strategy can be abandoned. An oath is a promise that becomes part of who you are. It is a bond you make with the land, with your community, and with your own future self. Throughout history, the most powerful social bonds have been forged through oaths, like the legendary oath of the Peach Garden, where warriors swore brotherhood not just for a season, but for a lifetime, vowing to save the troubled and to aid the endangered. Our oath is no less serious. It is a vow to cease being conquerors and to become caregivers, to stop being consumers and to become cultivators. This oath marks a fundamental shift in our relationship with the world. For centuries, we have lived under what philosophers called dominion assumption. The belief that Earth and everything on it is ours to manipulate for our exclusive benefit. We saw ourselves as separate, as masters. The result of that story are written in our eroded soils, our polluted waters, and our isolated communities. The Gardener's Oath requires us to adopt a new worldview, an ecological outlook. This outlook understands that we are not separate from nature. We are a part of it. Our welfare is bound up in the welfare of the whole living system. This is not just about sustainability, which can feel like barely staying ahead of death. This is about regeneration. It is about creating conditions where all life can become more vibrant, more resilient, and more abundant. This new story is rooted in a powerful active force, defiant compassion. Author Benjamin Vogt writes that a garden can be an act of protest. Your garden is a protest, he says. It is a place of defiant compassion. To take the gardener's oath is to extend this compassion not just to our immediate circle, but to all species facing marginalization and extinction. It is to become a defender of the vulnerable, a nurturer of the fragile, and a steward of the whole. So what does this oath look like? In practice, it's not a single statement, but a set of core vows that guide our hands and our hearts. The first vow is to observe and to listen. Before we act, we learn. The gardener does not impose their will blindly. They kneel down. They feel the soil. They learn which plants are native, which are resilient, which support the bees and the butterflies. They watch the path of the water when it rains. They listen to the land's specific language. In our communities, this means we stop assuming we have all the answers. We listen to the wisdom of our elders. We observe the needs of our neighbors. We pay attention to the quietest voices, both human and non-human. We understand that true care begins with deep, patient attention. The second vow is to nurture the soil. Everything begins with the soil. It is not dirt. It is a universe of life, a living community of bacteria, fungi, and microorganisms. The gardener's primary work is to feed this community. We compost. We avoid poisons. We understand that the fertility of the future is built upon the health of the soil today. In our communities, this means nurturing the foundational relationships that make us resilient. It means creating systems of mutual aid, community fridges, tool libraries, skill shares that enrich the social fabric. It means investing in our collective well-being, knowing that a strong community, like fertile soil, can support boundless growth. The third vow is to plant for a shared future. A gardener plants trees whose shade they know will never sit under. This is the ultimate act of faith and generosity. We choose to plant native species that support the local food web, understanding that our small patch of land is a node in a vast interconnected ecosystem. We plant for the pollinators, for the birds, for the children who will come after us. In our communities, this means making decisions that may not benefit us immediately, but will create a more just and beautiful world for future generations. It means setting up community land trusts to protect housing from speculation. It means planting the seeds of new stories, new systems, and new ways of being that we ourselves may only see the first sprouts of. The first vow is to embrace the whole cycle. Garden teaches us that death is not an end, but a transformation. The falling leaf decomposes and feeds the roots. The old growth makes way for the new. The gardener does not fight this cycle, they work within it, understanding that life, death, and rebirth are a sacred continuous process. As one ecological principle states, everything digests and is digested. In our communities, this means we are not afraid to let failed ideas and broken systems decompose. We do not cling to them out of fear. We honor their lessons, compost their remains, and use the nutrients to fuel what wants to emerge next. We learn to make peace with impermanence and change. The fifth vow is to practice defiant compassion. This is the active, courageous heart of the oath. It means making choices that prioritize care, even when it defies convention. It means letting a weed, like milkweed, grow because it is the only food for monarch caterpillars. It means creating a messy, vibrant, life-filled yard in a neighborhood of sterile, chemical-soaked lawns. In our communities, it means standing up for the marginalized. It means choosing cooperation over competition, sharing over hoarding, and connection over isolation. It is a quiet, persistent rebellion waged with kindness and the trowel. This oath is our collective promise. It is a thread that weaves our individual actions into a shared destiny. We are no longer just a group of people trying to fix things. We are a community of gardeners, sworn to the same sacred task, to nurture, to protect, and to restore. The old world was built on extraction. It was loud, frantic, and hungry. The new world is here now, is built on stewardship. It will be quieter, slower, and more rooted. We will not see its full flowering in our lifetimes, and that's okay. Our work is to prepare the soil. Our work is to plant the seeds. Our work is to take the oath, and then to live by it every single day. We are the gardeners now. Let's begin.